Welcome, everybody. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show, back at it. I took a little day off yesterday, let the boys take care of their business. Today, I think it's just going to be me and James running the ship like the old school days. I think old Wes is having a prior engagement he's tending to. He may call in. We may have him call in as a guest, but he won't be on video tonight. But appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. I don't know what dominated your feed, Producer James. Producer James in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I thought you'd hit your bed there for the claps, but you know, do you remember which one it is?
Right there.
Do you remember that? Do you remember which one it is? Let's see.
Oh, well, first you gotta turn it up first.
Oh, I gotta raise the level. Producer James. It's been a little while since you've kind of had to use the beds. We haven't really done too much. Yeah. But speaking of the beds, we have Canelo on there, and I don't know what you saw. That I think I put it in the group chat, but
man, get the fuck out of here.
He basically told Caleb Plant exactly that yesterday, and I don't know, man. I think that fight's already over. Did you see the highlight? And for me, I don't know about you, but for me, we're gonna talk a little fight game this week or today, and then we'll get into the NFL. But dude, when Caleb went to swing, Canelo knew what was coming, right? That big left hook was coming. But what surprised me even more was Canelo got through that left hook of his to the body. But do you think Canelo knew the tendency of Caleb Plant to really drop his head that low? And that's when he got that shiner underneath his right eye? That's what it looked like to me. Yeah. I don't know how it looked to you. What do you think?
Yeah, it looked like he slapped him, right? Or
no, dude, he punched the shit out of him.
I saw, people were like, oh, he got cut because of his glasses, and Canelo's already dodging him. Yeah.
Apparently, Caleb Plant said something about his mother, and that's what kind of ticked everything off.
Well, he called him a mother effer, and he said, "Don't talk about my mother."
Is that how he interpreted it? I guess I don't know. Okay, I know what he said. I don't know how Canelo interpreted it, but either way, I don't think Canelo needed an excuse. He was like, all right, you're going to pop off. We're going to handle this business. Yeah. But look, man, Canelo can break your face, literally break your face in the ring. He just did it last time against Billy Joe Shaver. No, that's not his name. Billy Joe Sanders. Yeah. I like to say Billy Joe Shaver because of the that's an artist. That's a country artist. The old heads out, they know Billy Joe Shaver.
Yeah, I told my buddies, I was like, dude, ever since Canelo learned that fuck word, he's like a toddler that's just running around throwing it everywhere he can.
Well, I think Canelo's known how to speak English for a long time. I think he's just chosen not to. It's like, is it in my best interest to speak Spanish, or is it in my best interest to speak English? And I think now that he lives primarily in the United States, I'm sure he still has land in Mexico, but since he has primarily residence here, he's like, I might as well just start talking about, speaking English. But let me ask you this question. I was kind of talking to Papa Romeo today, and I wanted to ask you the timeline of Floyd Mayweather. Remember Floyd, to steal a wrestling term, he was babyface, right? And then when he got to 30, he turned heel. Well, Canelo's 30 now. Is this what Canelo's doing to turn heel to get people still interested in his fights? So where he was the babyface early, and so people can still continue to watch his fights, now he's going to turn into the heel so people hope he loses. Do you think that's kind of how things are going, the psychology?
He's kind of been getting outside of his, normally he's
been getting out of pocket. Yeah. Big time. And I found this interesting, but the English promoter, forgot his name off the top of my head already, but Eddie Hearn is saying oh, this is Canelo's real personality. I'm like, Canelo seems introverted as hell. He does not seem like the guy who wants to go around being a dick to everybody. Like how Mayweather is, it seems forced. I think Mayweather's learned to grow into that villain, and Canelo's still learning how to be a villain. He's still what am I going to do? How do I do this? And I think when he almost shoved Caleb off that platform. I was like, you got to be a strong dude to push a 180-pound man 7-8 feet back, and while he's off balance. Granted, he was standing squared up, but I don't know, man. It just, and then the exchange and, everybody popping off. People want to kill everybody. It's like, dude, y'all just need to calm the hell down real quick. But I think that fight's already over. I think Caleb, when he got caught, Caleb's like, I can't do this in the ring, because he was getting real. They spoke afterwards. I don't know if you know, but after that exchange, they kept talking. They had to sit down,
Had a reset. And
yeah, like a reset almost. And I'm just like, and he was real mouthy. Like when a bully gets beat up and he's like, I'm still better than you. That's the way Caleb sounded. I was just like, that's a bad look, guy.
Was he like, your wife is in my DMs?
He was still like, don't you talk about my mother. He wanted to play the victim all of a sudden because he got his ass whipped publicly. Because Canelo was like, oh, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you. And then so Caleb was like, don't talk about my mother. And Canelo was like, you said it first. That's what it was that was the exchange. I don't know, man. I just think I'm going to buy the fight. I'm going to watch the fight, but I'm just like, I don't need all this nonsense over here. I don't need this.
Do you remember that it was in UFC when, I think it was whenever, I want to say they were doing like, I know McGregor was there like popping off. Man, I want to say he was fighting Aldo, but he was talking shit to Cowboy. He was talking shit to a number of people. Anyways.
Well, don't you think he was setting up those fights? I think that's what he's doing with MGK right now.
For sure. But I don't know, Michael Chiesa, who was he fighting? And he said something about his mom. Yeah, I hope your mom's there. And he just like lost it. Don't you ever talk about my mom? No, Michael Chiesa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a famous.
McGregor told Chiesa that.
No. I just mentioned McGregor because McGregor was there.
So who told Chiesa somebody's mom?
God, I forgot who it was. Now I can look it up.
Yeah, but that seems to be, and you got to think about like these guys are fighters.
Yeah, people
have been talking shit to them for a long time, and I'm sure your mama jokes or your mama whatever is like the tipping point. So ain't too many gonna walk around and let people talk about the mamas, you know?
Kind of disrespectful.
It's highly disrespectful.
Yeah.
Catch hands in the streets, apparently, or anywhere. No matter where. Hey, you think McGregor and MGK is setting something up? Like a boxing thing?
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's what it seems like to me. And then you heard about George, right? George Masvidal and Logan.
Oh, yeah.
Logan's talking to George. George is like, set this up, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
What year is it?
Why we gotta be on Triller? That's the only thing. I don't gotta do that on Triller. Like, we can't get somebody to sanction this that's not like a trash can organization.
I heard the money totals from that Vitor versus Holyfield.
Yeah,
I heard that didn't really like pan out as they thought it would.
Yeah, because it's just hot garbage, hot garbage. And then who was it? I don't know if it was Logan or if it was Jake, but one of the two called out Vitor about it's an embarrassment to the boxing community, and there's like a meme going around, and it's like Tyson shushing all the like boxing world, like let this dude go get his ass whipped by Vitor. You know, Vitor's gonna come in there roided the hell out.
Yeah,
dude, you don't want none of that.
No,
you don't want none of 41-year-old old man strength roided out Vitor Belfort. You don't want none of that. He's gonna let a kick fly just on the cool. Watch this. Wow. I don't know. NFL football, let's get into it. What are your thoughts? Thursday night, Houston taking on who are they taking on? Come on, you know.
It's not the Eagles.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah, I'm sure because the Eagles are playing the Cowboys next Monday night.
That's right. Come on, who is it?
I don't know off the top of my head. Is it the Browns?
It's the Browns.
The Browns. Is he really?
Yeah, it's the Browns.
Oh, okay.
I was like, all right, he got it. Oh, nice. Interesting. Actually, no, it's the Panthers.
Oh, God damn.
Come on, man. I got to let you live in it a little bit. Let me get bask in the ambiance. Houston Texans, of course, Dave Culley deactivated Deshaun Watson pretty much Monday, so he's not going to be available for that game. Tyrod's out with a hammy, so it's Mills, the Stanford product, rookie quarterback, the only selection for the Houston Texans in the 2021 draft, since they gave everybody else, they gave them all the way to Miami. Carolina looked good against New Orleans last week. You got to think that Carolina's going to have everything ready and prepared to take on Houston at home. But who knows? I mean, we didn't think that Houston would dominate the Jags the way they did week one. And then New Orleans kind of caught Green Bay slipping week one also. So then they got humbled last week. So by Carolina, that's the thing is like that AFC or that NFC South is, I don't know, man. That may be that and the NFC West may be the best divisions in the whole NFL. Like everybody may come. Maybe the AFC West you can kind of cut because you got Denver, they're 2-0. I think the Raiders are 1-1, and of course the Chiefs are 1-1. So that AFC West is going to be a brutal battle once they finally get to the end of the the season there. But Houston is a 8-point dog.
The Raiders are 2-0, aren't they?
Are they 2-0?
Because they won the first game Monday night against the Ravens.
I forgot they beat the Ravens.
And then they beat the Steelers. Yeah.
Dude, the Steelers look rough, man. I'm really concerned about the Steelers. Like today, I watched Stephen A. on First Take, and he's like, now I'm cautiously optimistic about the Steelers' future. And of course, they had on Marcus Spears, who's giving him hell. Is like, Stephen A., like, now you know what we've been living through. And I'm just like, well, he's not wrong. Marcus Spears ain't wrong now that, pretty much you have, I would say the Steelers are rebuilding right now during the middle of their season, but you have a running back. You're not utilizing him, I think, the best way you should be. Big Ben looks slow. He looks tired. Their offensive line is porous. It's just their defense is holding on. But if it was not for TJ Watt, man, like their defense is just flat out horrible. That's the thing is, and you think like Minka Fitzpatrick will be able to like hold down the back end, but maybe they get out of their funk. Maybe not. I don't know, but I just think they should be running the ball way hell of a lot more than they currently already are. Do you like it? Do you like that Houston game? Do you think Houston can pull that out? I know we're kind of transitioning back and forth.
Didn't they have some injuries, some key injuries besides Tyrod Taylor?
Let's see. So who is out for the Houston Texans? They got Justin Reed, the safety, Terrence Mitchell, the corner, and Danny Amendola. Nah, those are the guys who are out. Well, Justin Reed's questionable.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I got to roll with Carolina.
Dude, McCaffrey looked really good last week. You know, It's you kind of think to yourself like, what would have happened if McCaffrey had stayed healthy when Bridgewater was there in Carolina? It's like, would they have shipped him off? Like, would they have made the trade for Sam Darnold? I don't think so, man, because I don't know why Matt Rule didn't like Bridgewater enough to keep him around. That's my curiosity is like, do you think that Sam Darnold's ceiling hasn't been met yet and Bridgewater's has? That's the only thing you kind of really think about because nobody utilized Sam Darnold well enough in New York. And he was also pretty young still. I think he's in his mid-20s, that for Sam Darnold. So I like it. It'll be fun. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think Carolina covers that, though. But maybe they do because the rookie's in there for Houston. But
what's the spread?
8 points.
8 points.
Dude, how unlucky is Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, unlucky as hell.
So what's the extent of his injury?
He's right now he's listed as out. Hamstring pull. I mean, it's just going to however quick his body can repair itself. That's the big thing. It's like it's up to his body now. It's not up to him. You can do PT, you can treat it, you can do all that, but I would say minimum 3 weeks. This being one of them. So I don't know, man.
Hey, I wanted to get your thoughts on Carson Wentz. You see he sprained both of his ankles. Yeah. It's kind of like, what's up with this guy?
What do you mean what's up with him? He is who he is.
I thought he just got done with the what was his injury in preseason?
He had a foot surgery. He had like this underlining foot injury that, apparently he had this extra bone that they had to go in there and remove. And it was apparently an injury that happened maybe when he was high school. And in my mind, I'm like, that's total bullshit. If y'all would have known he had this injury during his physical and found it, then y'all would have maybe not made the trade. But I'm thinking is that either Carson didn't disclose it or whenever they did do the physical, they just overlooked it. And they said, look, we're going to overlook it. And then because the surgeon who did the surgery, he's on the Colts staff. He's on there. He's a surgeon for the Colts. And he probably told them, I've done this plenty of times. I've done this surgery 10 times. He goes, 2 weeks, he'll be back, full strength. But everybody was reporting 5 to 12 weeks for the injury previously in training camp. And I was just like, this dude's going to be out 5 to 12 weeks. And then in all realistic, Quentin Nelson, the all-pro guard, had the same injury. And so the doctors was like, line them up back to back. 2 weeks later, both back. And then this week, week 2 of the NFL season, down with dual sprained ankles. I don't know. I saw the injury. I saw when he got tackled. But my question is you're telling me, did both of your feet get, awkwardly locked up and the defender rolled his body underneath him and both ankles simultaneously, rolled? Or did you have an injury like maybe you rolled it earlier and then you kept playing on it and then you got rolled up again? That's the only thing I can think of.
It's just something you don't read every day. That's what I'm you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why I think there's some like serious like somebody's not disclosing something, and I think it's Wentz. I think he's playing hurt because he knows this is what he's been through historically, and he doesn't want anybody to come in and like take his job, so he doesn't kind of get. I think he has like a challenge. I think he has some kind of like mental block. Whenever he gets challenged, he can't rise to the top. Like he kind of just like clams up. He's like, well, I'll just do what I'm told. He's not an alpha. He's not a killer. And maybe that's due to the fact the school he went to. Like he didn't have to be, he wasn't challenged at North Dakota State. But you got someone like Mac Jones who goes to Alabama and he's got to sit behind Tua Tagovailoa and then Jalen Hurts before he gets a shot. 1 year, which happened to be a COVID year, but it turned out well because he got to prepare. He got to be challenged. He got to be mentally tough. But for Wentz, I think he's glass, number one. And two, I don't think he's mentally strong to like withstand competition. We saw that with Nick Foles. We saw that with Jalen Hurts. I mean, we got to watch the behaviors. You can't just say, oh, this guy went first round, 6'5", 240, can throw the ball a mile. It's like, yeah, you can do all that, but can you play football?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Totally.
And right now, I don't think he can play football. I mean, he can play the game. You know, he has the skills, but if you don't have it between the 6 inches between your ears, Jack, it ain't happening. I'm just saying, it's being really honest. It ain't happening.
I agree.
Let's get into a break real quick. 23 minutes after the first hour, we're going to go ahead and get into the full slate of the NFL football. We'll kind of dabble and talk about each game from last week and the teams as we move forward. I really want to get James's thoughts when we talk about that Packers matchup because we really didn't get to talk about that much last week because Monday Night Football is kind of going on. Did you watch the last quarter?
Yeah.
Did you watch which broadcast did you watch? Did you watch the Manning broadcast?
No, the
dude, they had McAfee on there at the end. He fucking hijacked the show. He literally hijacked the show and took over. Like they had 3 segments. They went to break 3 times. And Eli was like, Pat, just hang on. Stay with us through the break. Then they come out. Hey, Pat, why don't you just hang out here for a little bit? He's like telling stories that are like, he's told on his show before that I've seen. But it's just like, and the reason why Pat can't be on like regular TV is because he likes to say the words we do.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is.
I like those like sideshows. You know, that is
The watch-alongs?
Yeah. They're pretty cool. Joe Rogan's done something similar with UFC fights.
I don't like Rogan's because you can't see the fight. Yeah. That's what I don't like about it. I get it. There's rights and all that. Yeah. I get it.
Well, what he does is they let you know like periodically, like, okay, we're at the, you know, whatever minute mark. So you can like set your whatever you're watching it on, Fight Pass or whatever, that you can like put it on. But I mean, that's kind of a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if you want to enjoy the show like to the fullest.
I don't know why Zuffa and Joe Rogan don't figure out how to get like that done.
Yeah.
I wonder if they don't want to do that because Joe would be like, well, I'm not going to go call your fights. Like I can just do this from here at my house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, man, it's time for new blood. I mean, Joe is like pushing mid-50s. Maybe. Let's get into a break.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show. Let's hop into the NFL as we break down next week's slate. Washington, dude, I thought their defense was going to be a hell of a lot better than what it currently is. They're taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Looks like the spread they have is Buffalo 7.5. I think they cover that easily at home. I don't know if Tyler Heineke can continue this magic he kind of has. Do we want to say magic, especially with Fitzpatrick out currently? The dude's only like 5'10", 5'11", too. He's like super small guy to be playing the NFL outside of like Kyler Murray and I guess you could say Russell Wilson, but I think Russell's a little closer to 6 than people may think. Josh Allen, Bills, 7.5. You think they cover? Are they surprising you? Like, have they done anything this year that surprised? Yeah, like maybe they're too far away, but everybody was trying to hype up Josh Allen, MVP candidate. Same thing with Herbert last week. When Dallas shut down Herbert, I'm like, all that MVP talk went out the window. So Josh Allen, I think he needs to show us something, man. I don't think anything's popped off the screen that really is like, I don't know, 41-15 over Chicago. Oh, no, that's preseason, excuse me. So, yeah, Buffalo led off with an L to Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh looked like dog shit last week.
And then they won this past week, right? Buffalo?
Yeah, Buffalo beat the fucking brakes off Miami 35-0, but Tua went out.
That's right.
And then, I don't know if you heard today about Tua, like, they said, oh, Tua's okay, too. And this is what I'm talking about, the shadiness. Everybody said Tua's fine, he's fine. Tua's not fine. He's got 2 broken ribs. And nobody was reporting it. When he initially got hurt, they're like, oh, he has a sprain. Like, he'll be okay. He'll come back. It wasn't until Monday that the news got released that he has 2 broken ribs. He's going to be out. It's like, well, okay, well, what do they do now? You got Jacoby Brissett, a.k.a. Brisket. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, you got to give people the truth. Like, you can't be hiding behind injuries. It's like, dude, let them know. To me, this was even a bigger motivation to go get Deshaun Watson no matter what's going to happen, because apparently he hasn't been placed on any lists. So technically he could play. That's the sense, right? He's not on an exempt list. He's being deactivated week by week. And I don't know if that's the NFL telling Houston to do that, or I don't know if that's Houston telling the NFL, we're going to deactivate him because of the pending allegations.
So he's just sitting at home or what?
Well, he has to go to the facility, but yeah. I mean, he's not traveling.
He's not there on Sundays.
No, God, no. Number one, he doesn't want to be there. Number one. Number two, I don't think Houston wants him to be there either. But it's like, you got Miami behind the 8 ball right here. It's like, dude, go get your picks back. Get something for Deshaun right now, since they need him. Houston, you can get anything you want. Miami needs a quarterback. They have everything else in place to go ahead and get, a run at this season. Will Fuller comes back, played with Deshaun in Houston, makes a whole lot of sense. Getting back to it, Washington Bills. You think Washington covers with the 7.5? You're giving them 7.5 points. Do you think they'll win? They'll have more points.
Washington?
Yeah, like let's say the score is 21-14.
I'm gonna take the Bills on that one.
You would still take the Bills. You think the Bills would cover? Yeah, so that means the Bills have to win like 21-13.
I think it's gonna be like.
You think it's gonna be a blowout like Miami?
No. I think I think Bills. Yeah, 21-13. I'm comfortable with that.
So you're comfortable taking the 7.5 points with the Bills.
Correct.
All right, word. All right. Bears at Browns. OBJ may be coming back. Landry's out. First start for Justin Fields. Matt Nagy named it today. It's about damn time. Only took 3 weeks, right? Or 2 weeks, kind of.
Took an injury.
Andy Dalton too, man. It's like, dude, he just walked away with $10 million. No matter what, $10 million right there. Boom. Play 2 games. $10 million. Paid in full. Must be nice. Let's see. It looks like Cleveland's a 7-point favorite at home. You like that? Or you think Justin Fields is going to make it tight?
Yeah, definitely.
You think so?
Yeah, Cleveland's And they got with Landry out.
OBJ might be coming back
This game.
Yeah.
How's Baker?
Baker's Baker.
Okay.
Nick Chubb looked dangerous last week.
We'll see. I think Fields is going to come out looking to make a statement, obviously.
Bro, but he has no line. I mean, he can run for his life all day long. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you can't be taking hits like you took in that preseason. You took a dome to the face and ate it. And he's a tough guy. No doubt about it. I've always been high on Fields. But, dude, this is the AFC North. These dudes are used to pounding each other 4 games a year or 2 times a year each opponent. They ain't no soft dudes in Cleveland. They've been having to deal with the Pittsburgh. They've been dealing with Cincinnati. They've been dealing with Baltimore. I mean, I don't know if Chicago. I don't know if Justin Fields is ready for that. And then Khalil Mack. Where's Khalil Mack, man? He ain't showing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough. It's like, where are these dudes? But Michael Parsons, he's showing out. The only player that had more wins at their position last weekend than Michael Parsons was Von Miller with 8. He had 8 wins, 8 defensive wins for his position. Michael Parsons had 7. Joey Bosa had 7. Michael Parsons never played a position in his life. We'll get to Dallas a little bit later. All right. So you like Cleveland in the points, or you like Justin Bears? You like the Chicago Bears with the points?
I'm gonna take Cleveland.
You like Cleveland to cover? Oh, yeah. two covers. All right. Yeah. Ravens at Detroit. Baltimore 8-point favorite.
Ravens at Detroit. I got Ravens. Yeah.
With the 8 points.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Colts at Titans. Titans 5.5-point favorite.
Yeah. Titans.
Chargers at Chiefs. Chiefs are a 6.5-point favorite.
Chiefs.
Dude, I think this is gonna be a lot of points in this game. I don't think Herbert's gonna be throwing picks in the end zone like he did against Dallas. I think this is gonna be a gunslinger festival. It's just gonna be bomb after bomb after bomb, and in this game right here, no defense.
I have Mike Williams on my fantasy.
Yeah, Mike Williams did good last week.
Yeah, I made the mistake of keeping him on my bench.
Don't worry. Everybody makes those mistakes. Saints at Patriots. 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 3-point favorite at home.
I got the Patriots.
Yeah, right? I think I like Mac Jones. He needs some more weapons. Just think about if he has like some premier receivers around him. Just think about when Hunter Henry gets back, when what's that other tight end's name? I think is I can't think off the top of my head. We have to look into that. Falcons at Giants. This is the shit bowl right here. Giants 3-point favorite at home. I don't even know why they're playing that game.
Man, I'm gonna roll with the Falcons.
You think so? Nah, yeah. I'm taking Danny Dimes. Right. Bengals at Steelers. AFC North matchup. Pittsburgh 3-point favorite at the house. Joey Burrow, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon. Yeah,
let's go with Cincinnati.
I'm taking Cincinnati too. I don't know what the Steelers are thinking about. Cardinals at Jaguars. Dude, Arizona's only a 7.5-point favorite. All day. Cardinals all day.
Give them a 14-point spread.
All day. Jets at Broncos. Broncos 10-point favorite.
Broncos, definitely.
Dude, Jets are just a cluster right now. The Tua-less Dolphins at the Raiders. Raiders are a 4-point favorite.
Yeah, Raiders.
You think?
Yeah.
4-point favorite.
Yeah.
All right. Buccaneers at Rams. A dandy of a matchup. Tom Brady versus Matt Stafford. Tampa Bay. 1.5-point favorite.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when is that, Sunday night?
No, Jack. This is 3:30, 2:30, 3:30. Fox, game of the week. Because Dallas is Monday night. That's why this is going to be game of the week. They're going to take an L. Tom Brady's going to take an L.
I think so.
Tom Brady takes an L only because he's going to leave 4 minutes left on the clock.
For Stafford.
And Stafford and them are going to be down by 6 points or less. So The Rams are going to be up. Tampa goes and scores a touchdown, and now Tampa's up by 6 or less. Stafford's going to come down for a touchdown drive. 4-minute offense. Mark my words. 8:44 Wednesday night. All right. Who do you like in that game? You didn't give a pick.
Yeah, I'm still thinking. It's that.
Don't take the 1.5 out. Remember, they're in Los Angeles. They're in SoFi Stadium. They're traveling across the United States. Tampa Bay is.
I'm gonna take
East Coast teams don't do good in West Coast time zones.
I'm thinking LA Rams.
I like the Rams too. I like the Rams too. I'm gonna take the Rams and the points. Seahawks Vikings. Seahawks 1.5 point favorite.
Seahawks.
Really?
Seahawks.
Adam Thielen.
Seahawks.
Jefferson. Dalvin Cook.
Quarterback.
Kirk Cousins. For real.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Seattle. Is that gonna be our?
That may be it. That one right. I like the Vikings at home. Packers at 49ers. Okay, before we get into this one, I'm gonna look at the spread real quick. Okay, this is the Sunday night game. This is the primetime game. What was your takeaway from the Packers? And if you start speaking in Spanish, I'm gonna laugh my ass off because of what Aaron did at the end of the game with old Sudfeld with his tequila plug.
Más quiero tequila.
Dámelo. That's what you want. When he started saying, I'm like, your Spanish ain't that good.
Monday night.
I was like,
football.
I was like, dude, I don't know about all that. Sudfeld needs to. I don't know. Did you ever see Monday Night Football when it was in Spanish? There was like a Spanish broadcast.
No.
Dude, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
They had Roberto Garzon, the pregame, and then they had, of course, I think they had Sudfeld and Ramon. I can't remember what his last name was, but anyways, it was pretty good in Spanish. They had a pretty good broadcast. Of course, it didn't take off or anything, but I'm pretty sure they have it maybe in Mexico. I'm sure there is one. We don't still have it. Maybe if I hit the SAP button, it'll turn on, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Hit that dang SAP button on this thing. But what was your takeaway for the Packers? They turned it around. Defense in the first half looked, defense in the second half looked good.
Yeah. Man, right off the bat, dude, I was like, oh, okay, because Detroit went down and they scored quite easily from what it seems. So they've had a opening drive touchdown against the Packers. I think the last 3 games or so. It might even go back into the last 4 games, and they extended that, of course, to 4 games this past game. But I mean, I don't know, man. It seems like one of those games where they're neck and neck, and then eventually the Packers pulled away. Thankfully, their defense, who forced old Goff into making some bad throws, when he shouldn't have, and it jumped right in front of it. But yeah, like you were pointing out, man, our defense is just, it's like, oh well, dude, King, dude, get him out of here, dude. There's not too often where I call on guys to be fired or to be relieved of their position.
Cut him.
But dude, come on, man. He gave up plenty of key
and who
plays.
Who is this? King is a DB?
No, it's I think his name's Kevin King. He was the one who gave up the big play in the NFC Championship last year against Tom Brady and the Bucks right before.
Yeah, but what did he do this past weekend that made you say dude, you need to be fired?
He just got he got burned on multiple plays. He got turned around to where I feel and I'm just dude, I was saying, I was freaking defending Greg Zuerlein whenever everyone was fire him.
You should not defend Greg Zuerlein.
I know, but I mean, and this is a Green Bay Packer here, and I'm just you know what? I've seen enough, dude. So dating back into that NFC Championship game right before the halftime when shit was already going downhill, and then you're gonna give up a freaking bomb. I think it was a 40, 50 yarder to Tom Brady. You just got burned. You got turned around. You didn't know where the fucking ball was in the air, and you just got burned. And then he ended up, I think he got re-signed in the offseason, which I was you know what? I'm not even mad. I know mistakes do happen, but then here we go this season, and it's more of the same stuff.
Smoked like barbecue chickens.
Yeah, true.
Is that the play right there? Y'all fans can't see it right now, but producer James has a. You can hear it.
Pocket's good. Goff buys some time and throws down the sideline for Quentin Cephas.
Dude, King just got absolutely annihilated.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of a push off there by the receiver. But dude, at the same time, it's like you shouldn't be like getting turned around backwards like that. I just don't really understand why it had to be like so gratuitous.
Yeah.
I hope we don't get a hit on that.
No, we shouldn't. Wasn't more than 15 seconds. But, yeah, look at these articles. And, of course, the media is going to say whatever they say. But, this is from Lombardi Ave. I guess they're a site that covers the Green Bay Packers.
Local media.
Yeah, Kevin King struggles continue as Lions score touchdown on first drive. Another one, fan cited. Who could the Packers sign to replace Kevin King?
Well, that's what I was going to ask is, like, who's available to kind of get him out of that spot and that's affordable. Like, it's one thing you can go get, like, a top-flight DB. Like, you can probably go get Richard Sherman. But at the same time, it's like, can you afford Richard Sherman? Those are the questions. Everybody wants to talk about, well, who are you going to get? I was like, well, we can go get Cody Parkey off the street. We can go get Nick Folk off the street, kicker-wise. But you can afford those guys, right? For Dallas, hypothetical. But can you afford to go get Richard Sherman at $15 million a year? Hell no. So you got to live with what you got. And right now, King's, I think, all they got. Or you got to start rolling coverages and helping that dude either over the top or underneath.
Yeah, because people, people see that and they're like, his confidence can't be too high right now. And so, of course, quarterbacks are going to go after that. Mm-hmm. Teams are going to...
They're going to test him.
Yeah, they're going to hit that spot right there. And if it just keeps happening time and time again, I'm like, dude, what the hell?
But from the defense, they looked better in the second half. We got to kind of give them that props. But what is your takeaway from Aaron and from Aaron Jones, who had a big night? I mean, it was the anniversary of his father's passing. So for all you DraftKings, I don't want to say DraftKings. I'd probably say like
hashtag no ad.
Yeah, hashtag no ad. If y'all want to cut a check, though, we can talk about it. But yeah, man, it's like when you have a player has something sentimental, like when Favre's dad passed and he had that huge game, when Michael Jordan was sick in Game 6. I don't know what it'll be for Aaron Rodgers. I mean, because I don't know, maybe it was last night. Maybe he wanted to help his friend out or something. But I don't know what adversity he's gonna have to go through because he's all Zen now. He's all like Zen master. But I don't know, man. I hope for the Packers it stays. I hope they stay flying high because I tell this. I was like, look, when the Packers, the Steelers, the 49ers, the Patriots, and the Cowboys, when they're all good, it makes it good for everybody in the NFL, not just like those teams individually. I think kind of helps out everybody over the life of the season. What are you looking up here?
Upcoming schedule for the
for
the Packers.
So the Packers got San Francisco. This is a big test because a lot of people are thinking San Francisco could be a potential rival or not rival, but competitor, challenger to take on Green Bay to unseat them from the NFC champion. Now, they were able to do it, was it 3 years ago, 2 years ago? But my thing is, this is a whole new team.
Yeah.
Garoppolo's a little bit better. Garoppolo's put to bed the Trey Lance talk, right? I mean, his play has totally put Trey Lance on the back burner. And you got to give him props for stepping up. And those are the mentally strong quarterbacks that Bill Belichick likes. And Tom Brady knew that. That's why he told Robert Kraft, tell Bill Belichick to get Garoppolo's ass out of New England at that time.
Jimmy GQ.
Jimmy G dating porn models. That's the rumor. What do you like in this game? Who do you think's a better team on paper? The 49ers or the Packers? Be real. Be honest about this.
I can't be.
Yeah, you can. Think about it. Go position by position. Who has a better quarterback?
Green Bay.
Okay, who has a better running back?
Green Bay.
Who has a better receiver?
Green Bay.
Who has a better receiving core?
Who all does San Francisco have?
Deebo Samuel, Ayuk. Forgot who the other one was. But Brandon Ayuk is better than anybody else Green Bay has. And then who has a better tight end? George Kittle, Robert Tonyan. George Kittle.
Come on, man.
George Kittle. But
Okay.
who has a better defense? San Francisco or Green Bay?
I would say Green Bay.
I'd probably say San Francisco.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, have you watched
first half or second half Green Bay?
Did you watch the first 6 quarters of the season for Green Bay?
No.
Oh, bullshit. Yes, he did.
Oh, the first what?
The first 6 quarters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
Sorry.
The last 2 quarters out of the 8 were good.
I really haven't watched San Francisco at all this season.
I know, man. You got to do your homework.
Okay.
You got to do that homework.
I'm trying to balance, man.
Sit your ass down on Sunday for 15 hours like I do and watch from 12 to whatever, 6 or whatever.
Normally I'm at work, man.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You can't have it on the radio or something? You know what they need to do? I'm going to go tell Keith. I'm like, Keith, this is what you need to do. This is going to improve worker morale. You can cut me a check, too, for sponsorship. You put 2 75-inch TVs right at the entrances to the pit. And you have those TVs playing so the people working can watch the game when there's downtime. And they're wiping down, they're cleaning up, but they can kind of peek up, watch a little bit. All right, keep cleaning. Peek up, watch a little bit, keep cleaning.
Yeah, customers also.
No, customers are ordering food because I'm pretty sure they have a challenge at ordering food.
Yeah.
Do they?
I've always thought if they like turn that middle section that they got over there into like a
sports bar, lounge,
like TVs, and then like put like draft beer right there in that middle area and stuff like that. You know, bottles and stuff.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In this game, what do you like?
Aaron Rodgers, baby.
Okay. But here's the thing is.
In San Francisco, correct?
They're in San Francisco. Midwest team flying across the country. San Francisco is a 3.5-point favorite. Defense.
That's what you're saying is going to be the difference.
I think it's going to be the difference. It's going to come down to turnovers, I think.
Yeah. I mean, our defense has been they're always sus, you know.
They are, but they're like sneaky good. It's like when they need to turn it on, they'll turn it on. And I think that the other half of it too is like none of these teams have found who they are. Maybe Dallas, Tampa Bay, maybe New England. They've figured out who they are. Like they know who they are as a they have an identity. But Green Bay, San Francisco, they haven't figured it out. Week 5, that's when everybody starts to figure it out. Are we a finesse team? Are we a power team? Are we a big play team? Are we a defensive team? That's when everybody kind of starts figuring it out. But I think for Dallas and Tampa Bay, they had to figure it out early. They were like, we got a really good team going against a really good team. We're going to have to figure this shit out. And I think for Bill Belichick, he just has his team on point all the time. He made his starting quarterback, the quarterback who started the season, he made him wear the jersey 50 all of training camp. The jersey 50. The entire training camp. And he's the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots week 1. COVID test or no COVID test for Cam. Doesn't matter. He made his starting quarterback wear the jersey 50 the entire rookie camp, OTAs, training camp, and preseason. If that's not mentally tough, I don't know what it is. I'm just going to leave it like that. I like the Packers in this game. I like the Packers on the road. I think Aaron does enough to get his team going, but I think Robert Tunyon's going to have another hell of a game like he did this past weekend. And the receivers need to get separation. That's the other big-ass problem. Is like they're not separating. Only Devontae's separating. MVS is not. Lazard's not. Cobb looks slow. He looks old. I don't know why he's there. Like they threw a screen to him. Like it meant it was supposed to be a tunnel screen, but the ball got there too fast, I think, for him.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's all this blocking. Why he had to like jump to get it and then come down. I'm like, dude, this does not, he doesn't seem like he had the same anticipation as he used to have previously.
Had I not read in the preseason that they had signed him, I wouldn't have never even known he was there.
You really don't know. You really don't know. And I don't know if he's there for like morale or for what. Let's see real quick. Is the Bluetooth on? Let me see if we can get Wes on the horn. Is that blue light on?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Give me 1 second as we're
for the you gonna have him preview the Cowboys game?
queuing this up. Wes, you're live on the Paul Rodriguez Show, man. How you doing?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Pretty good. We caught you just in time to preview the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys Monday night prime time. Give us your thoughts on the matchup.
I like the matchup for the Cowboys to win. I think Jalen Hurts is I think there was a lot of hype with Jalen Hurts, but I think it's about to die down.
Why do you say that?
I think, I just never thought Jalen Hurts was that good. I didn't think he was that good when he was at Alabama. I didn't think he was that good at Oklahoma. I don't think he's that good. And I think he's if you saw last game, he didn't look too hot, and I think he's about to not look too hot again. But I like the Cowboys. I like the way the offense is going. Last week, running the ball and that type of deal. So I definitely like the Cowboys Monday night.
So Wes, a lot of talk and chatter has been kind of popping up about Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard and how they're being utilized, especially with Tony having more explosive runs while he's in the game. And we've talked about this on the show when you're here, is that I like when they're both on the field personally, but we also know that Tony Pollard is a bigger change of pace back. What is your thoughts? Do you think this chatter is warranted that maybe Tony should be the starter instead of Zeke? Or do you think that there's some credibility there where Zeke is not performing up to the expectation? Now, he's definitely not playing up to his contract, but do you think that this Tony Pollard's current production would give cause to him being starting over Ezekiel Elliott?
What I think it is, it's, of course, there's always going to be some chatter just because, they need something to talk about. But I think it's kind of like you got to give it to the hot hand. So Tony Pollard's hot, he's hot. But, if both guys are happy, I don't know how long they're going to be happy. But if they want to win, I think it's something that they need to stick with, because I think what it is that Tony Pollard's that change of pace back, and, you're not expecting him to run it like Zeke. So, I think Zeke is getting better. I think he came into this season with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because everybody said he was getting fat and that he was, losing a step. So I think he came into this season with a little chip on his shoulder, and I think he's looked better. So, I think as the season goes on, time will tell if Pollard can be a durable back. We know that Zeke can be a 1,000+ rusher. So
when you see the talking heads kind of go doing their thing, everybody wants to talk about the stats and the numbers, and I don't think they're quite watching the same game. I think the majority of us are, but when you hear the analysts start to speak about it, especially Marcus Spears, who played for the Cowboys, he talks about what we talk about with Ezekiel Elliott, is that he's a great run blitz picker, or he's great at picking up the blitz. He does great whenever he's like goal line. I think he's more of the power back, but at the same time, like, it's a great problem to have. And that's one of the things Jerry was kind of talking about. Like, we're in a favorable position here because we have two backs who are probably equally as talented, but they have their strengths in different areas of the running back position. And so I think also maybe Zeke is turning into a short yard back, but at the same time, what I'm noticing is once they get to the 30, Zeke goes out and Pollard comes in to get utilized probably more in the passing. And then when they get to their opponents, 45, 40, or 30, Zeke comes back in to start running downhill to put them into the end zone. And so I think Kellen Moore is finding ways to kind of get them both on the field. But I hope that this chatter doesn't cause any kind of division like you had alluded to about maybe Zeke is getting his feelings hurt, or maybe Tony feels like he needs more money, which those conversations are going to come. But it's like, when will Jerry be able to handle it? Because a lot of that contract for Zeke is backloaded. So that means it's going to be later on in his contract when he's going to get the big dollars. But with that being said, you like the matchup for Dallas. You think they're getting the W. Do you think they're going to be able to cover the spread being at home on Monday night? And I think the spread right now is they're giving Dallas they're a 4-point favorite, man. Do you think this is going to be a tight game, or they're going to walk away with this being the Cowboys?
I'm probably jinxing myself, but I think it's Cowboys by 10. I'm taking Cowboys by 10.
Cowboys by 10. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think, being the Cowboys, they probably give them some late stuff at the end, but I think they kind of flexed a little bit on the Eagles this week.
So you telling me that all these Eagle fans are about to get put in their place come Monday night at Jerry World? Hey, another thing, these teams have been making the Cowboys wear blue 2 weeks in a row. Have you noticed that? Because I have.
Yeah, I did notice that.
It's pretty petty.
Yeah, my mom was always because I like the blue, but I just don't like it when they wear the blue. Like if I'm buying a jersey,
yeah,
I'm gonna get the blue.
Okay.
I like the way the blue looks. But when I see them put on the blue jerseys to play, I'm like, oh no. My mom always, when I was a kid, man, she always tell me, oh, that's that bad luck blue.
It is. That's the way I was raised the same way.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like the Cowboys. I don't know if I like them by 10. That's a stretch. I'll take the 4 and lay the bet with the 4. Producer James, what do you think about this matchup?
I'm gonna take the Cowboys. Not confident in the Eagles at all.
James has been riding with the boys lately a lot.
Hey,
have you noticed that?
I talk my shit, but I call it how I see it, man.
Hey, Wes, what do you think about that matchup? Green Bay 49ers Sunday night primetime. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I like Green Bay.
Why are we all so kumbaya right now with all of these picks? Y'all make me sick. I'm looking for some division here.
I think Aaron Rodgers got the chip on his shoulder. He kind of trimmed up the beard. I think he trimmed the hair a little bit. He's not wearing the man bun. I think he's serious business now. So I like Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, you like Aaron since he's cut his hair and got a beard trim now, huh?
Yeah, when he starts playing with a chip on his shoulder, man, Aaron Rodgers, he's a different player.
Yeah,
so I think he's already got the chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, he is a funky Cole Medina, man, because I had him on my fantasy team. And Jack, he almost got me out of a bind, but he threw 4 TDs, so I can't be too mad at him. I wish he would have ran for one of them, but it was a good night. I lost by 1 point. I was pissed.
Yeah, and I see Jimmy G playing bad, and start to see a little bit of the talking heads talking about maybe they should put in your boy from North Dakota.
Well, hey, listen, I was telling producer James this. I go, through the preseason and through week 2, Jimmy G's been putting the Trey Lance talk to bed. Like nobody's talking about Trey Lance that I've heard of. Are you hearing the Trey Lance talk?
I'm not hearing it now. I heard it at the beginning, first preseason game, but after that, I haven't heard anything about it. It's just been, Justin Fields talk, of course.
He's starting this week.
Yeah. So, I mean, I saw a lot of guys that they're going to be having new starters. I can't believe that the Texans are going with Mills. I mean, Watson did something. So, I mean, I guess he has done something, but I mean, I thought that it was still under investigation. I thought they could play him, but
why do you think that? Why do you think that he's done something? Because why do you think that? Why do you believe he's done something?
He's done something, but I think he's definitely in the media, or he's in legal something. Something's up.
Well, then how come?
I mean, I don't know if he did it or not. I should take that back. I don't know if he did it or not. But there's some legal things going on there. He made them angry in Houston, so now they're finally going to try to, I guess, trade him. But I mean, they should have traded him in the first place. But it looked like they tried to run his name through the mud before he get out of Houston.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But listen, if he had done anything, if there's any kind of, I personally believe if something had happened, the league would already know about it, and then the league would hand down some sort of punishment, like put him on the exempt list, do something. There's already players who are, you have Lyle Collins who got suspended because he forgot to take a test. He missed the test. Well,
but in this
In this instance, Deshaun hasn't done anything that he's been convicted of. And it's like, well, why is he not playing? Why hasn't he been traded? If he wasn't going to play this, like, here's the thing, Wes. If a trade deal gets done between now and next Tuesday, between Houston and the Miami Dolphins, he's playing week 4 in Miami because he's not on an exemption list.
Yeah. It's a fishy situation, man. I don't understand how, it seems like the player, the NFL Player Association, they should step in and do something because it seems like Deshaun Watson's getting a bad deal just because the Houston Texans don't like the way he wanted out. Mm-hmm. So, but it's also seeing some other starters. Who's starting in for the Colts for Wentz?
I guess it would be. Let's see. Let me pull that up real quick.
Because Bichette's in Miami. He's starting for Tua.
Yeah. Brisket.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I would have kept Brissett over Wentz, but hey, I guess I'm not the GM.
Yeah, true that. So hold on real quick. Still, this is one thing. Like we are not a cult show. Let's see real quick. I guess they're gonna go with. Let's see. Somebody probably already knows is like yelling it at me. You're like right now. Everything I put in for Colts, they want to give me the damn Carson Wentz story, and I'm like, I don't care about that. Just give me the depth chart. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, of course, the depth chart won't be available. Of course it won't. Let me go to the source real quick instead of these outlets. So apparently the backup is going to be Jacob Eason, the kid out of Washington.
Really?
Yeah.
And then is Roethlisberger, is he going to go for the Steelers?
Yeah, Roethlisberger's a go.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, Roethlisberger's a go. But dude, Justin Fields, do you think Justin Fields is going to be able to be ready to ball against Cleveland?
I mean, it's Cleveland, so you don't know what to expect. But I think he's going to have a pretty good shootout against Baker. But I think Baker, pulls out the win.
But here's the thing about Fields. It's like you're going to get against Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett, like two dudes with predator blood, dude. Like these are superhumans, and Justin Fields is superhuman as well. But he's going to be running for his life the whole game, don't you think?
But I mean, if you got a good coach, he should be able to set it up to where he doesn't have to, where he's not running the ball a lot, where he's not dropping back a lot, where they actually rely on the running game, and he can make a couple plays here and there, but he's not dropping back, 50 to 60 times like Cincinnati did with Joe Burrow when he.
True story. All right, Wes, we appreciate your time calling in. I know you had a busy schedule this evening. We want to thank you for having the opportunity to call in. What do you want to leave the people with before we go? And
appreciate it, man.
Yeah. What do you get? What's your takeaway? What do you think? What are we talking about? Arkansas, Texas A&M. What are we talking about?
Oh, yeah, a big game right there. Arkansas against A&M. I know a lot of people probably already got that win for A&M, but the Hogs are going to come out and play, man. I think Jerry's going to have the stadium rocking. I think the Hogs they get a victory late with a touchdown and by a touchdown. So I'm liking that the Hogs.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that Arkansas is going to win by 7?
Yep.
Are you? What have you been drinking tonight, sir?
I'm sober. I'm actually sober.
They're 5.5 point dog, and you're telling me they're going to win by 7?
Yep.
12.5 point, man. Okay, all right. Maybe you know something I don't.
I feel it though. I'm just feeling it, man. I'm feeling it.
You did feel it against the Texas Longhorns, but I think that was a little bit of a. Texas always comes in overrated, but I don't know, man. We'll see. Yeah. They're tough. Arkansas is tough. We know they are. I'm looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, the co-host of the Paul Rodriguez Show, Wes Washington, joining us. Wes, tell the people something on your way out, sir.
Everybody love everybody.
And we are out. Thank you, Wes.
All right.
Man, I don't know. Dallas Cowboys, Monday Night Football, prime time. What are we thinking here? You like Dallas? I like Dallas. Wes likes Dallas.
Well, I don't like Dallas, but I'm picking them
Yeah,
to
you know
win.
what I'm saying. You like them for the game.
I'm just clarifying.
Look, you're acting like you have this contingency of Packer fans who are Super James supporters. Was that what we're gonna call them? Super James
I
supporters.
just don't want anything to get misconstrued, you know?
You worried about people talking out of pocket? Is what you're saying?
Hey, man.
On other platforms,
I don't know. 5-10 years from now, you know, no telling where I go, where, you know, I'm at in my life.
you ever think of people gonna dig this stuff up and come back to talk to you about it
Hey, man.
with his hands up? Let the people see you, man. Show the people you got your hands up. Oh my goodness.
Don't shoot.
Hey man, check yourself on that. Do we want to get into a break? Yeah, let's take a break real quick. 2-minute break. When we come back, wraps up some UFC. We haven't talked about UFC in a while. All right, we'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. I thought the show was over.
That would have been suiting for where the hell have you been?
Yeah, I show's not over. We're gonna finish this up, do some UFC. Sorry for everybody who kept watching. If you're still here, God bless you. I don't expect anybody to be watching right now, but at the same time, UFC 266 is Saturday. Producer James, let's just talk about the big three fights. You watch any of the embeds lately? Have you caught any of them?
I haven't yet. Dude. I'll probably catch up tonight.
Yeah, they're better. Learned something last night about Ortega, and I'm gonna change my pick based off his romantic relationship, and I'm gonna go the other way with Volkanovski now. And that's just the way it is.
Wow. Yeah,
Tracy Cortez. Hey man, props to you, bro. Hey, props
to you, but I hope you get knocked out.
No, I just hope he doesn't win. I'm not wishing any kind of harm on nobody, but
it's just a quick nap.
It's just it is what it is.
Let's stick with Volkanovski.
Yeah, I'm going with Volkanovski too. Watch us both be wrong. Valentina's probably going to win. Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler. What's the breakdown look like?
Man, they're both saying the same thing. I'm not the same fighter that I was 17 years ago. They're both not, obviously.
They're like 20 years older.
yeah, damn near 20 years older. They both matured. You see the maturity in both of them. Nick saying, I'm not going to come out and, it's not going to be the normal Nick Diaz that you're used to, meaning the showboating and all of that.
Yeah.
Which I feel like he wants to, but I feel like he's not going to be able to help himself once they get in there. And, that's the Nick Diaz we all like to see, throw the hands up, get some shit talking going on.
You don't think he's lost any of that?
We'll see. We haven't seen him in
6 years.
6 years. Has it been 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years.
So we'll see, man. We'll see. There's a lot that we're gonna learn in that first round. I feel like, as far as
you don't think they're gonna fill each other out? I think they would.
Yeah, you almost have to. But I hope it doesn't take the full first round. I've seen. I don't know, the Anderson Silva and Nick Diaz fight was kind of a letdown in my opinion.
Because he laid down?
Nah, not because he laid down. They just kind of 2015. They kind of just like fell to. It's almost like Anderson had too much respect for each other. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, come on, where's the action, guys?
Nobody wanted to push the pace
to the point where Nick was able to lay down.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so I hope that doesn't happen. Me as a fan, I want to see a good fight. I want to see him throw chingazos.
So who's gonna win?
Nick, baby.
You think Nick's gonna win?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope Nick wins, but I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is that fight is gonna get more attention than all the other fights combined. There's just gonna be, as soon as Nick comes out to his music and the crowd sees him, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insanity. Just think about what the pop he got at his brother's fight.
Yeah.
When they just flashed him real quick as a cameo. It's just going to be nuts.
Insane. I'm ready for it.
Yep. Yeah, man, it's going to be Saturday's going to be a long day. College football and then UFC in the night. And I'm going to have to squeeze in a nap somewhere. Luckily, I don't have anything to do, so that's the only good thing. What about you? You got work and then watch?
I work all day, man. Go home, shower up, and throw the kids off the couch.
Throw the kids off the couch.
Yeah.
It's like go to your rooms.
Yeah, sometimes they hang around and watch the fights and stuff.
Yeah.
They saw the Conor McGregor when he broke his ankle and all that stuff. And they were like, oh my God.
They freaked out?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've never seen no shit like that.
Well, they're only 10.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking about making some food for the fight, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to, but then I don't want to at the same time. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know.
It's definitely going to be good. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be a good fight. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. We're going to wrap this bad boy up and put a bow tie on it because I thought we had already done that. But, that's why I sound so excited because I feel so embarrassed. But until then, until Monday. Actually, I don't know what we're going to do Monday. We need to figure that out because the Cowboys play and maybe we'll shoot something Sunday. Or we could do something creative Monday, so everybody could do it from home.
Yeah. Hey, Green Bay played Monday and we were here.
Yeah, but that's not Dallas.
Oh, goddamn.
You didn't offer anything about something creative about Monday. That's what I was saying. I'm thinking maybe we can do. That's the thing. Is like you don't get off till what? Till 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe we'll have to do something Sunday. Maybe we'll do something for like 15 minutes after the last game and then before the Sunday night game, before the Packers and 49ers.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
As long as it's not during.
Well, okay. We'll get all sensitive over here now. Well, we were here on Monday. I was like, that's right. I don't know. What do you think?
We should do?
Yeah, should we do something creative? Should we not shoot? Should we shoot Sunday? What do you think?
I'm down to shoot during.
No, we're not shooting during.
Okay. Well, that's what I think.
Okay. Well, that's out the window. All right, guys. We may see you on Monday. We may not see you on Monday, but we will have something for you on Monday. Until then, adios.
Head on over to Spotify, search Paul Rodriguez Show. You'll see the little logo pop up. Give us a follow, turn notifications on. That way you don't miss any show that is uploaded, which is